Man, I can tell you that too. That same year, I got to work with Eddie Cleanhead Vincent. For me, that was a big deal. I mean, I knew who he was. That was a big deal. I spent a week with him at this place in Atlanta, Georgia called Lee John's Nightery. That was my first big gig working with him. And it was so much fun, man. And he was so cool. He was a funny old guy. Kind of salty, crotchety, but you know, I was used to that, you know, growing up in the South, being around salty, crotchety people, men and women. So it was no big deal for me. And then after that, I worked with Little Anthony. I spent 3 nights with him. Because, you know, I love jazz music, but I never considered myself as being, I guess, a purist. I like so many different types of music, and I've played so many different types of music. And you take something from each experience. I worked with Little Anthony. I worked with the blues singer, Clarence Carter. Stayed in his band for a while. I just wanted to make my living playing music. It didn't matter if it was jazz or country. You know, in Atlanta, Georgia, you just can't, I don't know anybody that makes a living playing jazz solely. So, I mean, I know a lot of guys who would turn up their noses at other types of music, but they're not, you know, they're struggling to pay their rent. You know, to me, there's no glory in being a starving, broke virtuoso. What's that about? I mean, I think I sound better. I play better when my bills are paid, when my belly's full, when my kids don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from. I think I sound darn good when I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Don't have to, you know, worry about that stress. So, and I had a good time playing that kind of music. Even now, I would have loved to have played in one of Miles Davis's later incarnations. I would have loved to have done that, man.
The Mike Stern, you mean, or the Reggie Lucas kind of thing?
Just playing the grooves, playing the grooves, man, because I like to do that. There are several ways to play rhythm guitar. A lot of people in jazz, when they think of rhythm guitar, all they think about is Freddie Green 4 to the bar, and that's great. I mean, Freddie Green was great. I mean, nobody did it better than those guys, but that's not the only way to play rhythm guitar. Cornell Dupree was a great rhythm guitarist. Eric Gale was a great rhythm guitarist. This guy, Daniel Korchmar, great rhythm guitar player. You mentioned Reggie Lucas. There's so many other ways to play rhythm guitar, and I love to do it, man. Bobby Womack was a great rhythm guitarist. You listen to what he played.
He's a wah-wah. He's on Sly, right? It's a Family Affair, isn't that him?
Is that Bobby Womack?
He's a wah.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, speaking of Wah-Wah Watson, great rhythm guitar player, man. There's so many ways to do that, and I appreciate them all. And you know, it's what's so funny. A lot of people have a certain idea of what a jazz musician is supposed to be. Because a lot of my friends, I have some who are, I guess you would call closed-minded.
Red state, blue state.
And that's okay, but I also have some other friends who are like me. They don't like everything because nobody likes all of anything, but they're open to other possibilities. And it's funny. There are some people who have this perception and idea of what a jazz musician is supposed to be, and if they see someone who's open-minded and who's flexible and who's not afraid to try other stuff, they take offense to the musician being open-minded. I remember one time this gentleman who I like, John McDonnell, he's a writer for Downbeat, and I like John, but he said something that really pissed me off one time, man. I'm gonna call him out right now since we're talking about it.
Especially since he's for Downbeat.
Yeah, but I did a record called Live at Jazz Standard Volume 1. And at the end of it, I played this raucous blues. You know, because, I mean, coming from Georgia, I mean, that's what we do down there. I like the blues. I can play the hell out of some blues if I wanted to. But he heard that, he reviewed it, and he said something about me play acting. And I really took offense to that, man. He said, yeah, like play acting like a parody. And that really pissed me off, man. If I'd seen that guy, I probably would have gave him a piece of my mind. But I like the guy, so I just took it easy. But you know, if you're listening, John McDonnell, when I play the blues, I do not play act. I'm for real when I play the blues. And you really pissed me off when you said that. but I still love you. Yeah, so now.
Yeah.
No, but there's some people that they just have this idea of what a jazz musician is supposed to be, and if he or she tries to do something else, then they get pissed. Like, case in point, George Benson. George Benson, Nat King Cole, Miles. You know, these men were very good at what they do, or what they did, in that case, what they did. Why begrudge them for being successful or for having the ability and the nerve to do something else?
Sure.
Russell Malone.